This is a short video going over what I'm planning to use during the Day 1 dungeon race this Friday. Obviously, with the dungeon not being out, I have no idea whether or not these items will be good, but it's what I'm planning to use upon my initial entry into the dungeon, and for the first few attempts on each encounter. I will be live streaming the dungeon on Twitch at all_the_players, and I will have Twitch drops enabled. Also, I will have comms included. Bungie also has introduced a new content creator emblem for episode 3 called Osmium Heir, and I always run a race prediction form. If you fill out the form in the description and you happen to get the most predictions correct, you will win this new content creator emblem. Link in the description and pinned comment if you would like to enter. Similar to Vesper's host, for any non-boss encounter, my plan is the Gifted Conviction exotic on Prismatic Hunter. Gifted Conviction just got a passive buff due to Amplified receiving 15% DR, and Ascension now procs class ability perks. I'm pairing this with Banshee's rolled Multimach, a perfect 5th caster Ergo Sum, and that Cold Steel Attrition Orbs Omen. This loadout is an ad clear machine and is phenomenal for anything that doesn't require extreme boss damage. With the addition of DR and the artifact mods this season, I see this loadout being extremely effective. I use this loadout in quite literally every activity, and I have been for 5 months now. It's very good. This is the loadout that I used during the first 2 encounters of Vesper's host on Contest. If this loadout doesn't work for a non-boss encounter, which I don't see happening, I'm planning to swap to a Prismatic Hunter class item with Liar's Calibans, or to Tether Hunter with Gerfalcon's Hauberk and Graviton Lance with the new Void Artifact mod. These 2 loadouts are extremely effective for non-boss encounters too. I think the benefit of Prismatic Hunter is better though, as it allows for Amplified, which provides a speed boost, which could eventually be the difference from clearing to not clearing an encounter with a time limit. For boss encounters, my plan is to stick to a Gifted Conviction non-damage loadout and a Celestial Nighthawk damage loadout. With only 3 players on our fire team, I don't see the benefit of wasting 1 damage super for Tether, especially when mods like Particle Reconstruction exist. If we really need a debuff, I'll throw on a Smoke Bomb to help weaken the target. Celestial Nighthawk is way too good for instant damage, and I don't see any reason to use any other super. If Golden Gun happens to be disabled, I'll run either Shadow Shot or Silence and Squall for their utility value. In regards to weapons that I'm planning to bring in, here are the kinetics. Final warning, as it's a very solid primary, especially with the Horde Shuttle mod this season. This is very underrated, and I think people should use it. Forerunner or Izanagi's Burden in case there are any Tormentors. Depends how I'm feeling whether or not I'd use one or the other. Alethanum in case we need to make heavy ammo and there's no Cenotaphible or Aeon finishable targets. And then Necrochasm because it's the ad clear machine. For energy weapons, I'm planning to bring in Risk Runner in case there are Hive that start going crazy with their arc weapons. The perfect 5th caster frame Ergo Sum for the Gifted Conviction loadout. Lord of Wolves in the off chance it doesn't get disabled, and then Graviton Lance in case I find myself using Void Hunter. Lastly, the heavy weapons that I'm planning to bring in are Leviathan's Breath, as it's very safe damage and is what we used during Vesper's host. Queenbreaker, as it just got a massive buff, including that new 3-burst mode and the Rewind Rounds Catalyst. Grand Overture for easy, mindless damage. The downside of Grand Overture is that you have to stack it up to X20 to get the best bang for your buck. Parasite in case there's a short damage phase or really tanky enemies that I want to die very quickly. And then for non-exotics, Hezen Vengeance will be making its way into my inventory with Envious Arsenal Bait and Switch for boss damage if we choose rockets. Chill Inhibitor if we use GLs for boss damage. However, keep in mind that GLs did just get a 10% nerf to damage, and Rapid Fire GLs got a huge nerf to reserves. And then lastly, Scintillation if we find ourselves using non-exotic linears for damage. And that's pretty much it in terms of the weapons and the main, overarching loadout that I'm planning to bring in for a hunter. If you watch this video just for fun, I want to thank you for watching this. If you watch this video because you're planning on running the dungeon on Friday, I wish you the best of luck in the dungeon. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.